Hey Woolies, with only a few days of school left, I'm the only one here in the video productions class, and so now we're going to have an Adrianne news. My first guest is Mr. Bollinger, and we have a few questions for you.
Sure.
So first, anything new with esports, anything old do you want to talk about?
I guess I can start with this season. This season we had 3 teams in Super Smash Brothers make it all the way to playoffs, although they only let 2 teams from a school, so we had to kind of cannibalize a couple teams to move them around. But we managed to get all the way to the quarterfinals, where we had to actually play against someone who made it to the finals, but we knew that they were going to be like our toughest competition, so we didn't quite get there, but we definitely gave them a run for their money. Like, it came down to the wire for them.
Awesome.
So that went well. Secondly, we had our Rocket League team, our first season for Rocket League, and we missed playoffs by like that much. Like, literally the points that we have, we were in like the 21,000 range,
Really?
and we were off by like 20 points to make it into playoffs. So like I said, just tiny margins.
Tiniest amount.
Yeah. But yeah, this year went really well. Previous season we had, in the fall, we had a couple teams make it to playoffs again, and one team make it all the way to semifinals at Patriots Place. So we're doing pretty well with the esports team, and we think next year, with even though we're losing some people, that are going to be really tough loss. We also know that several of our opponents are losing their best players too, so we should do pretty well, at least against them.
Adapting
but,
to it.
Yes. Yeah. And then next year coming up, so big news for esports is that chess is being added to esports. So I've been talking to Mr. Prisgoda about getting that all started, because he is the current chess master, I guess. So he's the advisor for the chess club here. So he knows the people that would be playing that, and so it should be really cool.
And I know we have a lot of chess players in this school, so it's fun news. And then rumor has it you're getting a new classroom.
Yeah, so like they told me at the beginning of May, it's like start clearing things out, because you're getting all new furniture in here, you're getting all new equipment. So I'm getting they're getting rid of all the computers. We're going to go to laptops. We're going to like workbenches. And then we're getting a bunch of like machines. We're getting 3D printers. I got some resin 3D printers to set up down there. I'm getting a CNC machine, which is like imagine a robot controlled drill that can like make things out of like wood and stuff. It's cool stuff. It should be a lot of fun, and just like trying to expand the innovation pathways, which is this whole push towards getting more kids into engineering and computers, and like really getting the not just the skills but also just the interest in that kind of stuff, because like going off to college, having some of this stuff under your belt already is really beneficial for like programs looking for those types of people, like
for the real world.
Yeah.
And then, so we have a surprise game for you, me and Mr. Cunha.
Okay.
So we're gonna say, like, some terms or some words, and you're gonna say, like, the first thing you think of or a fun memory. And I think this will be super fun.
Okay.
So our first thing is Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo. Oh, man. Let's see. So, moment comes to my head. ActRaiser was one of my favorite games. It was a platformer game where, like, there was also some city building element to it. So, like, there was these puzzles that you had to figure out in order to make your character good enough to, like, do the actual game. So there's that. And then, like, obviously, like, Super Mario World is a classic game. Oh,
Love
yeah.
that game.
Tetris, like, oh, gosh, what else? Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, all of these great RPGs that come to mind. Like, oh, man, Super Nintendo.
Memories.
Oh, yeah.
And what is one of the most overrated games you've ever bought?
Most overrated games. So I bought into the hype of No Man's Sky, and that was that was a roller coaster of like how good the game was. Because like the first year it came out, it was trash. Like you paid $50, 50 or $60.
50.
And, like, they promised all these great things, and then, like, you get in the game, and it's, like, buggy and slow, and, like, none of the things that they offer, or they said they were going to offer, were actually there. It has since improved, and actually now lives up to the standards, but, like, no one plays it now because it lost the hype from, you know. But, I think that's probably the most overrated game I ever got.
Now, what do you think about an underrated game?
Underrated games. Let's see. So, there's a game called Vampire Survivors. It's like $3 on Steam. It's very cheap. But the amount of gameplay that it has in it is incredible. Hours and hours of gameplay. It's made by one guy. The guy's got a TikTok where he knows how his game is just like very memey. Mm-hmm. So like he just puts memes up on it, and like it's a great game. Like it's all built on not like the like gambling mechanics, but the guy used to make pachinko machines, which I don't think we have them here, but they're in Japan. They're really popular in Japan. They're kind of like slot machines.
Yeah.
So he knows how to like make the flashy bright colors. Really? So like whenever you do That's something awesome. In the game, it's just
Okay, the Black Lotus card.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Mr. Cunha made this one
up. Black Lotus. That's the Magic the Gathering, which I do tournaments pretty much every weekend with that, and we're actually putting on a big tournament in September for, I think we got over 100 people signed up for it already. Like, it sold out in 4 hours, something like that. But Black Lotus is it's one of the most powerful Magic cards ever printed because it just puts you 3 turns ahead of everyone else. And in order to play in actual tournaments with it, you have to own the card. And so owning the card, and it being not printed anymore, in fact, it stopped being printed in 1992.
Wow.
So they're worth, I think the last one sold for around $600,000. So yeah. Expensive card, but also really powerful.
That's fun.
Yeah.
And then we know like video games, they aren't just for kids anymore. Like now more and more people are playing. What's something you wish you knew that you wish you knew when you were younger?
Oh man. So like some of the strategy games that like I had no idea what I was doing most of the time, where I'm just like I just started clicking things. And I think that's like kind of where I got my idea, like maybe engineering is like something I'd want to go into.
Yeah.
Because like you had no idea what you were doing like back then. And I think like nowadays I love playing new games with new mechanics like that because of the idea like I don't know what's going to happen. So I think just being not afraid of like trying new things and like, you know, like you're not going to break the game by clicking around and exploring it. So like why not just have fun with it? Like, yeah.
Like, explore the unexplored.
Yeah.
And so that is it for the Adrianne show. I hope you guys enjoyed my awesome guest, Mr. Bollinger. And that is it, Woolies. Thank you so much for watching.